Greetings everyone, I'm Blair and welcome back to Operation Mars. Today, we have something big planned. As you can see on the floor there next to me, I've made a couple adjustments here to the warehouse. And that's not the only place we've made some adjustments. We built ourselves a little bit of a protective shading so that we don't get a whole bunch of radiation while we do this. I have set up our projector and meteors inbound. Wonderful. And set up so that we can build our escape craft. I went ahead and designed it in creative. I had originally thought of doing it, I could figure this all out freehand, but it would take forever. A lot of, oh, nope, that's not where I want that. Grind, put back on, such like that. So I figured doing it with the projector works. We have 2 merge blocks at the front so that when we're done, we turn the merge, disconnect the merge block and we're good. Now, if you're new to Space Engineers, projectors are great. Right now, it's showing everything. If I come over here, I go into the projector with our control panel. If I come down here and go show only buildable, then it just shows what's ready to be built. Now, fun part, I come up here, I tap that, its frame is there for me to weld, and it shows what else is now ready to be built. Now, the batteries, that's something I didn't check. It's 20 cell per big battery. This thing has 3 of them on it. How many cells do we have? Uh-oh. Can we make power cells? We can. Let's just get some making here. I hadn't thought about that. If we have to, we do have... Do we have any big cells on this thing or just little ones? I can't remember. We just have small batteries on this one. Okay. Small batteries. We've got the small oxy tanks. I may pull those off because we'll need them. We can, if we need to, scavenge this thing for parts. But we're not going to have to worry too much about it because the biggest thing we needed was grids for all the engines. And look at this, guys. After that little find we had yesterday, we have 318 metal grids. I added it up. We only need 170 for this ship's engines. So we're good. Alright, so that's 2. Can I do 2 more, please? Since it was how many for these batteries? 20 each? Okay, yeah, we'll be good. I forgot we didn't have any of the big batteries in reserve. It's because it went on here, isn't it? Yeah, I think so. And I don't want to take this apart, to be honest. I want this here in case we come back and need it. We have all the small batteries we'll need. But what I like to do, the way I like to do this, is I like to go along. Okay, I've got that there tapped. Let's go ahead and tap. if I can, the camera. And then tap some of these blocks. You don't want to hit something and have stuff cover up what you need to weld. But we'll tap that. See, there's the second battery. And we'll tap that, that, that. Just go along and do this so we're left with the frame. Now, unfortunately, I can't see. Actually, let's do this. Let's see, where's that middle block? Yeah, that one. Oh, come on. There it is. No. It can be finicky sometimes. There we go. Then we'll tap this. And go ahead and tap that. And survival kit. There we go. So we have that basic frame. Now I come over here, turn off the projector, and we are left with what we have ready to weld. And we just weld it up. So what I'm going to do, because you guys will get very bored very quickly, and I don't have a setup currently where I can set up a second character to film time-lapse. So I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to completely get this welded up, let you guys see it, and then the reason I built that into the floor is this has a bottom connector. We'll need to connect it to charge all the batteries. And we'll also need to fill the hydrogen. Now this has both Atmo and hydrogen engines on it, or thrusters on it, which is good because we'll use the Atmo thrusters to go around different places, give it a test. And also when we leave, we keep the Atmo only on for about the first 4K altitude. At about 4,000, somewhere between 4 and 5,000 altitude, the Atmos stop working. So that's when we'll have to kick on the hydrogen. But using the Atmo for that first 4K saves us hydrogen. Now I plan on leaving with a total of 10K ice on this, plus full tanks. 10K ice will fill the H2O2 generator and have about 7K in cargo as well. That allows us to get up, get into space, try and get to that trade station we saw. Once we're at a trade station and we can kind of do some stuff, then hopefully we can get money to buy more hydrogen. But I'm gonna go ahead, get this thing built up, and I'll see you guys when we're done. Alright, guys. Welcome back. You do not want to know how long that took. I will simply say that doing this way with a scrapyard setup jetpack, i.e., basically useless jetpack, is one hell of a challenge. As you can see, we kind of built ourselves a little scaffold here to be able to get up and around, and we had to get up on here. It was quite the adventure. However, I think we are done. Now, there's a feature with the projector, if you're new to SE, that I love. See, we'll come over here to our projector. Get into the control panel. There we go. Alright. Now, we can oh, I think we're done. It's not letting me try and see if there's any unfinished, and it's not letting me mark. I think we're done, guys. Hang on. Let me get rid of the scaffold. I can always rebuild it. Okay. It looks like she's done. It isn't pretty. I did not do much greebling because I don't want the added weight right now. Once we're in space, we can make it look pretty if we want. Probably going to add a solar panel on the top at some point. But let's get... Oh, you know what? I need at least some of that because I don't think I can get into... Can I? Oh, wait. Yes! Let's look. I didn't hide anything. One little tip. When you're building a ship and you want to blueprint it, make sure that you set up all your groups, your toolbars, etc., because those will be saved with the blueprint, so you don't have to do anything. Now, I did use several of the small batteries. All the small batteries we have on here are straight off of our salvage. Because this design used the sci-fi thrusters, the several that we had, I ground down and just used their parts. The same thing, we got, that's the parts we had. We did have to make motors and such. To have the materials to do that, I simply used the assembler to disassemble excess parts we had and use those materials to make the motors we needed. So there was that. Now, one of these two landing gear won't be here because, in fact, if I go up here, I can tell you which ones. There, it's that first one. All these, not auto-lock, not used for parking. Now, before we do this, we have to do one thing. Atmo thrusters. We have to turn those on. And as you see, I've got the two... Oh, wait. What is 7 and 8? Oh, I know what those are. That's okay. I know what those are. Are those done? Oof. That's done? That's done. Okay, that's what those are. It's the connector and the camera. Interesting. Well, let's get that set up real quick here. There's the connector. Switch lock. And we'll go camera. View. Easy enough. I do need to go here. Now, the one thing I don't have on this thing is lights. We can add those later. Let's see here. Connector. Is it set right? Yep. And docking camera. Yep. Okay. So for some reason it just didn't. And I didn't bother pulling the tanks from the little fighter we have here. Like I said, we had parts and had stuff to make parts if we needed. So we have enough battery to get this thing where we need it to go. But we need to make sure the thrusters, the Atmo thrusters are on. See, if we look, I've got one toggle for the Atmo thrusters. This is all the hydrogen thrusters. This is just the braking thrusters. So there's that. But let's go ahead and turn these thrusters on. And then, cross your fingers, folks. There we go, guys. She's floating on her own. Oops, I ground down the battery. That's habit. Sorry. Wasn't really supposed to do that, but... Alright, let's get out this way. Pull back. We want to back up. So we can get out of this thing. Back up to here and set down nice and gentle. Lock the gear, turn off the thrusters. There she goes, guys. It worked. I'm going to tear this structure down and then get it docked inside there. I'll probably make it daytime too after I do. And I'll see you guys in just a short bit. Alright, guys. Let's take a look at it during the day. Here she is. Now, I don't have any name for this. I just call this the Martian escape vehicle, craft, something like that. There she is. In all of her glory. Now we need to get her in there, docked. I think I left enough room. If not, we'll have to move the docking bit. But let's get in here. Turn these back on. 2. Alright. Spin this bad boy around. Back it up. I don't have a backup cam on this. Did I drop a plate or something there? Oh no, that's just where that landing gear had been. Okay. Guys, we might have a small problem here. Yeah. I don't think we're going to get this in there. I need to stop and think about that. Wait. Oh, oh, you're kidding. Yes. narrowly, but it will do so. And there we are. Houston, we are locked down. Alright, I'm going to put the batteries on charge. Oops, not that. And I need to do one other thing. Let's see here. Where is the lab tank? Let's go control 2 on the bar. Oh, there we go. Let's go 4. 4. Oh, duh. 4, 5. Those should be filling. Why is the oxygen not filling? Okay. Oxy tanks. Stockpiles on. H2O2's on. Alright, where's my trusty little tool? Where is my little trusty tool? There it is. Everything's connected. Oh, wait. Uh-oh. Okay. We did a boo-boo. The boo-boo is, that's the oxygen tanks. They're not connected. I think I know how to fix that. Yeah, we can fix that. Alright, let's see here. Do I have any materials on me still? I do. Good. There we go. Come up here. Alright. So that's where the oxy tanks are. I think I messed up deeper in. Might have to take some things apart, put some things back together. Oh, come on, get up there. This is what I was talking about, it being a pain. Why and how is it not connected? Somehow I missed that in the design too. I think if I come up here, I can go to there. Like this. Okay, and instead we'll put a T. So we can go T. like that. Only we want it that way. Like that. Then we want the curved. Like that. Oh. Well, you know what? That's okay, because that's the top of the thruster. It's good. I think it's because I'm here that it won't let me put this here. Yep. Okay, now it's filling. That's all I had to do. We'll do that on the other side. Let me get over here. And we'll do the repeat of that. How about that, guys? Blair goofed and he still fixed it. Look out. End of the world kind of thing. That's a T, right? Ah, there we go. T. I need to weld that. There we go. And that one should be filling as well, right? That one is full. All right. All right, now we can look. 100% full on both of those. And we're charging the batteries. That's going to take the longest time, is getting the batteries charged. I mean, if we go here, and we go... this is all the batteries we have here. These... Where's the base batteries? Hang on. Alright. Let's hop out. Where's the base battery? I thought I put one in the floor. Somewhere. Is it over here on the other side? Where's it? Up under here, maybe. You know what, though? Nope. Let's go looking over here. Let's see here. No, we don't have a big battery here. What we have are these. The wind turbines. Which are charging everything. And you know I'm okay with that. We're good with that. Now, I don't have a name. Like I said, I don't have a name for it. If you guys got an idea to what to name it, go for it. But we're filling the tanks. Wait, is that tank full? Ooh, look at that. Our hydrogen tank's already full. The oxygen tank here, barely touched. The hydrogen here is filling from the ice we had. We go here, plugging along. I mean, that's pretty good. But yeah, there she is. It's going to take a bit to charge. So, let's see, it turns stuff on. We only got a minute on that, or I'd go after it. But I do want to see about putting a door on here, and if I do, I'll probably move that, because That was a real tight fit. But yeah, do that. There's something else I want to do that I can do here before next episode. Because I need to wait for these batteries to charge up, we're not going to get a test flight in today. That's probably going to take, well, let's see. Come down here and look at our batteries. Wait, the battery doesn't have... Hang on. So I can add, to this group, I can add all these small ones that are white. I think I'm missing one. No, it's that one. Duh. 5 small, 3 large. Yep, we can resave that group there. The yellow are the base, are on the base. It's another grid. So, but if we look at these, that one's charged. Are these all on? Oh, that's what it is. Yeah. God dang it. Alright. We're going to have to make sure these are all... Nope. Recharge. That's the problem. Because they weren't in the group, they never got put on recharge. Okay, so it looks like it's going to take 5 to 6 hours. And that's real time. So it's gonna be a bit before they are charged. I am gonna rename this. Martian escape craft. There we go. But yeah, there she is. What I was trying to show you with the projector, but we didn't miss anything. If we had missed something, we could click that box I had showed you, and it would give you a little point. It would show you where the blocks you missed are. You can also do that with blocks that aren't fully welded. So, there's that. But, I want to get rid of that unidentified signal. That's the Factorum. We aren't going to be ready for them for a couple seasons. So, that's that. She's charging. Once she's charged, we'll be ready to go. Look at this. And that's all that's... All that is keeping us from leaving this planet right now is the batteries being fully charged. Because we need the batteries to run everything. The Atmo thrusters, the survival kit, everything. Now, what we'll do is between episodes, I will go grab all the ice I want for this. I'll probably come back with way more than I'll need for the trip. Because like I said, I want the H2O2 full of it. And a good chunk in the cargo. I don't want the cargo full of ice, because then we can't take anything else with us. And, well, let's get rid of this now, since we don't need it. Oh, I did have one little accident. When I went to move the little shuttle pod, I hit that roof I'd put on and may have accidentally destroyed the antenna. But if we go and look here, let's do this. Drop that there. And then go here. Now see, that's done. It's not charging anything else now. But if we look here, I want to take the solar panels with us. Probably take the batteries. We can come back here. That is obviously an option. Now see, hang on. We've got 23 Ki wait a minute. So if I take, and then I go just this ship here, and I fill that, and then I take our, where's our cargo? There it is. And I go say, oh wait, no. See, that puts us full but not full. That's the 10K of ice I was planning on taking with us, guys. I don't even have to make an ice run. We've got it. Now, I do want... Can I transfer all this? Gotta take our stuffy, buddy. We'll take the food, probably, just because. Take the ammo. Yeah, I'm gonna need that anyway. Actually, put that back in there. I'm gonna need that. We gotta paint this thing. I'll do that between episodes. Take a spare gun. Wow. Take the little bits that we found. Where's the money? We haven't found any money. Okay. Take the Gatling ammo. We will take the superconductors with us. You know, it's just stuff like this. What happens if I go to put all these in there? Okay. These detector components can get us a good amount of money too. And I think I want all of that, all of that, all of that. Now see, it's slowly ticking because I'm sitting in the cockpit. So I'm using oxygen. And that puts us just about full. See, if I pull out of here now, oh, it's showing that because of how much there is on the base. We'll see it before we take off. But yeah, guys, the only thing between us and leaving this planet is waiting for these to charge up. So we'll let that go for a bit. We may do one last run, like, you know. In fact, let's go get that now while we talk. Let's go grab this. We may do one last little run around the place to scavenge. My thought is, next time we come back, I want to see if we can do a pure Atmo flight to check out those stations, the space stations. If one of those is a trade platform on the ground, on the planet itself, we can check it out and do some dealing. Alright, what you got for me? Nothing. Okay. Well, what do you got in here? Hey, another stuffy to join us. Alright. I'll go ahead and grind everything down. Might as well. But yeah, next episode, we take the flyer on her first official maiden voyage. This was not... Moving it to be charged was not her maiden voyage. That was a test flight.
Inventory full.
Oh. Whoops. Metal grids. Alright. But yeah, we will go ahead and take her for a test spin, see how it goes. Once it's filled up and charged up, we will, of course, want to make sure that we repark everything else, because we want those to be charged if we come back here. Now, us leaving the planet is not the end of my Space Engineer series. It'll be the end of Operation Mars, because we would have done what we set out to do. Get ourselves a foothold on the planet that's reasonably self-sustaining. We don't have a refinery, but we don't need it. Refinery would be if we were mining a bunch of stuff. We're not. We're scavengers. We're salvagers. Reclaim the area. Oh, I forgot to do something. Forgot to hit the brake and turn the lights out. But we've got ourselves a really nice foothold. We've got our little flyer. We'll need to replace its antenna at some point. We've got our converted rover. Remember, this was the starter rover. We way converted and adapted it. I'll have to remember to make sure I get a blueprint of that. And we now have our escape vehicle. We didn't even use these. The oxy tanks, the hydrogen tanks, we never had to use those. And we still have... Why is power offline? Wait. Oh, I think it's been draining those to charge our batteries. Whoops. Is that what it's doing? Well, good thing we've got wind turbines, huh? How many turbines do I have up? Is it just the two? I might put a third one up. But that'll be for another time. We've got everything set. We just have to wait for batteries to charge. Our tanks are full. If we were just going hydrogen power, we would be set. We would be gone. We'd be out of here. But we're not. But this has been a lot of fun. Like I said, I love this style of play. I may put a little bit of greebling there, but I love this style of play. We found everything. The only thing we mined for was ice. And on Mars, you really do kind of have to do that. Where am I getting exposure from? You really do have to do that. You're not gonna find ice. So I didn't mind mining that. I kept the stone so we could do our painting. Otherwise, you don't keep the stone. Everything else that we did was either using salvage parts, grinding the found parts down for their components, or using the disassemble from our assembler to get the raw materials to make what we needed. But yeah, Allied Reclamation Company has its foothold. I still want to finish things off. What I want to do is, oh dear, now I'm trying to remember what the parts are called. Blast. Is that what I want to do? See, what I'd like to do is create one great big hangar blast door. I've not done that before. Thank you. So it would be interesting maybe to do that. I'll have to check it out and see, because I mean, we could do it with these. Just one large, up it goes. But we'll see. I may just leave it in an open bay. I mean, we're pressurized in here. That's something I was kind of proud we got done. I got full oxygen here. See, if I open my face shield with J, I'm running off the base O2 now. But you want to make sure to close it before you come back in here. Because the second that goes red, I'd be dying. So yeah, Operation Mars is coming to a close. But we're not done. We need to establish a foothold in space and eventually build ourselves a space station of our own. Build a base, maybe on an asteroid. Definitely, if we find an ice asteroid, I'm building a mining base. Fuel base, basically, a little fuel depot. But we need to go to space. We need to get better ships, upgrade our ships, build up our reputations with the various factions, make money. You can't run a company without money. And eventually build ourselves a headquarters station of our own. That's going to be a lot of fun. I've been doing that in just a solo private play one while I've been doing this, and it's fun. Doing the economy with the space stations. A salvage run is so nice with what they did with the we have guys, we have 0 power. Did I goof up? It's because the wind turbines are all and it's actually not. Okay, I'm gonna do this, guys. Yeah, it funked down a little bit. And see, now you can see how full we are. Oh boy, are we full. Do I have power now? Yes. And now if I come over and we're to turn those on. So I'm going to need to build a battery in the ground here. Make sure to charge that so it's running the base. And yeah, we're going to need to... Oh, hush. We're going to need to charge this. I'll probably put another wind turbine or 2 up. I didn't stop and think about that issue. It would take forever right now to do that. Oh, man. Well, curious. Whoa. You guys came in hard and heavy this time, didn't you? Oh, I cannot wait to leave this planet. what I was doing, the hydrogen engine, I may have to put 1 or 2 of these on here on the base, and yeah, we may have to charge everything this way. I didn't stop and think about that. So I'm not sure how long this episode's gonna be. Because it's thrown off by how long it took to build that. What I'll do is we'll go ahead and call this a day here today. Now, next time we will be building the hydrogen engines, putting 1 or 2 batteries in here. I mean, for a large frame battery. Or large grid, rather. We're talking 80 power cells. Do we have it? Do we have 80? We have none. How much to make 80 of them? We have no nickel. Well, here's the fun part. Disassemble. Wait, let me look in inventory. How many metal grids do we have now? So we can disassemble 100 for nickel. If we look here, we'll get nickel from that. I don't really want to disassemble motors. Alright, yeah. Let's disassemble some of those. There we go. That'll give us our nickel that we need. And hopefully we can make the batteries to put on the base. I didn't stop to think about that. But that'll be next time around. We definitely got some things we need to do before we leave this place, because Blair didn't think everything through. Got everything all set, but yeah. Heh. Now if I go auto and I attach, how long will it take now? I see it's going to deplete. Okay. Yeah, we don't want to do that yet. Alright. So, yep. Live and learn, folks. Live and learn. I just did. I didn't get the power set up right for the base first before we made this. Oops. So, yeah. At this point, I do want to thank you all for watching. Please consider hitting the like button and leave a comment. What do you think of our escape vehicle? I know she works. I've tested her. But we will definitely need to get these batteries charged. It'll be a little bit now. But leave those likes and comments. It does help the, oh. You remember the, bit that we found for the contract? Turns out you have a limited amount of time to get that, I guess, because it just failed. Oops. Okay. Anyway. The likes and comments definitely do help to get the content out into the algorithm, which helps the channel a lot. Also, if you like what you've been watching and you haven't already, please consider subscribing to the channel. This coming Saturday, as of the recording of this, I'll just say Saturday, July 26th, or 5th, we hit our 1-year anniversary on YouTube. Thank you all to all of you that have subscribed on the channel. Like I said, if you haven't already and you've been watching the vids, please consider doing so. If you do subscribe, make sure you hit that notification bell so you know when our next content comes out. Space Engineers is every Tuesday, Planet Crafter every Friday, and every Saturday we do our Survival Saturday live streams. So next episode, fixing the power situation at the base, and doing the last little bit of exploring while the escape craft charges up. And then not too long after that, we're off to the stars. But until then, where'd we go? Ah! Here we are. Until then, take care. Oh, yeah, we'll do it that way, sure. And we will see you on the flip side.